who keba amania bonono ne ke wa majesi senior President John Dramani Mahama keba fosin ke ha Ghana benka anotri bleyo ne munu ne ematun ke ko LGBTQ alonyumu kanimu abom lo yo ke yo abom he eya no ne etonya kan ehia wawe ka esane LGBTQ aleka nine emokpele no alo ebinokpele eke ehia wawe ni che sa emom ni nge Ghana mom ne ahehia wo pe lejama nyumuka nyumu abomion le keje ka emohia wa dwem ka foni ne ehia wo he ne wala blono to no amogun ne wani ne masu jamani eme ano waya kone waya bullet ni komene eke ba fosin me.
Regarding LGBTQ plus issues, it remains a highly emotive and sensitive issue even in the most advanced liberal democracies. I explained during my recent engagement with the World Affairs Council that it's not the most important issue we face as a nation. We're still grappling with the provisions of basic needs of education, healthcare, jobs, food, clothing, and shelter. Nevertheless, the private members' bill introduced in Parliament has sparked a complex and sensitive national conversation. Our position is guided by our Constitution, respect for human rights and dignity of all persons, and the need to preserve social cohesion. While there are strong and differing views within our society, we believe that these issues must be addressed through democratic processes, our core values, dialogue, and the rule of law. I'm also mindful of reactions from our international partners, including the recent developments such as Lincoln University's withdrawal of their honorary doctorate. These developments underscore the importance of continued engagement and mutual respect, and of situating our national decisions within our constitutional and cultural context. Ghana will continue to uphold its democratic values while engaging constructively with the international community. Regarding LGBTQ plus issues, it remains a highly emotive and sensitive issue even in the most advanced liberal democracies. I explained during my recent engagement with the World Affairs Council that it's not the most important issue.
Wamacha amane bono ne transport minister ne legine ne ehie walo emisemi ke blome ano atele minister Joseph Bukari nikpe eka ba fosika government alo amlaluo enwobene tom ka fosin ka amama airport ne mapanpan ano ne ma ekomeji sunyani wa ke bolgatanga e ano ne tonya ka eno mahane nitumi nye mama mingele jon ema jano waya kone wabuletwe.
It cannot be the hub to aviation when our domestic aviation is not functional. We only have Accra Airport, Kumasi, Tamale, Wa and Sunyani. The runways are too short, and so jet engines or planes cannot fly to those areas. For instance, the Sunyani Airport runs only 1.4 kilometers, which will not allow any jet engine to land there. And so we are proposing to build a new airport in Sunyani, which will now have a runway of about 2.5 kilometers that will accept both propeller engine aircraft and then the jet engines. Wa is the same way. We have to look at the Wa airport and build a new Wa airport to be able to serve the northern part of Ghana. The same way in the Upper East, Bolgatanga, we are looking at how to serve our landlocked countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. They will all want to do business with us because they rely on our ports for all their imports and exports. And so most of them want to travel by air. So we are looking at building a new airport in Bolgatanga as well. So 3 brand new airports will be built based on these levies we are going to collect. Again, we do not have what do we call aprons where you park the aircrafts. The Terminal 2 is going to be remodeled into an international and domestic terminal. We need to have aprons there for planes to be able to park and then pick passengers. And again, the runway, we are already doing some extension on the runway. However, the Accra airport that I'm talking of, it needs to be financed and finished or completed quickly. That runway has not seen any rehabilitation for years today. And looking at the increased number of passengers, we need to update our facilities. We know it is not easy to accept taxes, but as a country that wants to create employment for our youth, as a country that wants to be the gateway to West Africa and Africa, we need to take certain drastic decisions to raise enough revenue and improve upon facilities.
Ghana ena ehio enyabe na Ghana nge no fiano ko Ghana mamchapa ba hemodi ka amope no fiano ko ne adeke Ghana ni jime tade wo mimi ni yeni ke domi ke no fiano ko ne omope to ka era ni manda ka Ghana no jimo ena eje bene Ghana matrape ngo heritage month no alo wa ye nami month no ke banya gbio ni fo ajeni ni ipo ne etoka Ghana ni eni ne wani meli ayekeje blema nene mene angelololo ne waye kenene mene abeyo metrepe ajepo kala ba lowa monya krobo popa no education director EKGS officer ne jinene hie wasuko ome ano nge lowa monya popa no apekake ne ajeni eni baba opo blemani kenene mene wange ye piono ne jano ne ango kusim blona tomini ka ba fosinga suko bi apeti ne ajepo ka chonje kewe ne jano se won aka mambi me na nisiem na eno trapesi o Marego TV jewe eyenye wa ajepo ngele jon ne education director ke han lowa manya popa no ne atele Mr Samuel kwesi tete etumunu ne echon senami ne enyehe kike no ni tumi ne alobana tomne eka ba fosion ehe echon ya hu kan e mahane hu bomi ne me chawa we mahi suku ome ke jano se mo bi me apeti waya ko ne waya ye ne ya no.
It is a pleasure to see this office transformed into a vibrant sea of indigenous textiles and colors as we gather here to crown the Ghana Heritage Month of activities. We gather here not just to follow a trend, but to reaffirm our identity as Ghanaians as indicated by the one who gave us the purpose of the gathering. I can also see the headmistress of Accra Sectec on the way. For those of you who may wonder about the roots of this celebration, that is Ghana Heritage Month, popularly known as the Ghana Month, for some time now, it's observed in the month of March, our month of liberation from colonial rule. What began as a media cultural movement about a decade ago has now evolved into a significant national strategy. Its purpose is simple yet profound: to move beyond the mere remembrance of 1957, our year of independence, and instead it is to use our culture, our food, our dress, and our history as a tool for academic growth and national pride. As educators, our role is even more critical. We are the custodians who must ensure that the silence before independence and the bravery of our forefathers are never forgotten by the next generation, as it is said, and I quote, "A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots," unquote. As we celebrate Ghana Men in our office here under the theme Eat Ghana, Wear Ghana, and Support Ghana, it is important that we also pause to acknowledge individuals whose actions truly reflect this call to national commitment and local support. In the same way, a successful nation like Ghana cannot rely on luck. I repeat, a successful nation like Ghana cannot rely on luck. Kamwele wa hisine wa pe wa ni be na pe ole da keke Ghana ma ya no debi ja wa to wa fi wa person wa to wa yinka wa mahane Ghana aya no ne ko wa pe jan ni ne Ghana ma ya no. So a successful nation will never happen by luck, hope, or natural resources alone. National development is driven by the everyday actions of its citizens: what we produce, what we consume, and what we choose to value. The call to eat Ghana, wear Ghana, and support Ghana is therefore not just a slogan, it is a practical pathway to nation building. When we prioritize locally produced food, patronize Ghanaian made goods, and invest in our own industries, we strengthen the economic foundation of the country. We create jobs, encourage innovation, and reduce dependency on external.
Kewajepo nge lowa manya klo pokpano alo krobo pokpano nichomi kake ne afiewe heji mwepemi eno heji Madam Grace Asare nele ne hie juko yewi asuku yamino eba bakpe ne echonwo senami ne enge mwe aheke ne atuon ngakpono ke mumimtwepe
ike wa mweme chapino wa wome keke se atuon munu wa mweme atuon munu aja ka be fen bem ke mwe no ma wo ke no konu sisi. Some Kobo beats and their meaning. Wange mwe kpan wange awazi, wange afihio, wange koli, wange otakate, wange odono, wange zagba, ade, le, olongo. Mwe medinone funge se fula se nene menange wa wio memio fuji none. So when we take the awazi and afihio, they are prestigious and believed to possess magical, protective, or medicinal powers. When we take Koli, the one Mr. Wafo just showed, they are the blue beads that translate to something you love very much. It represents affection, loyalty, and tenderness. When we take Otaka, they date back to 1950s and they are normally found in yellow, green, or blue colors. Then Powa, a bead used to signal a challenge. It literally means I am challenging you. Omiti omete, aprekwa, meaning the result of my hard work, because these beads are very expensive. Then odono, a bead that addresses social rivalry, meaning you are envious because I have and you do not have. Then we have ade, zagba, le, olongo. Sko wa here wa mweme, wa winga yeka kepe, wa weko menga wa ninesi, niyeko me wonga na nesi, niyeko me wonga kwem, niyeko me wonga koni bokom, niyeko me wonga yim, niyeko me kapio twenyaga, kabeni no ngeno. So these are the parts where the beads are normally worn.
to ila ne omahe alo onga mwe papalayo le ohiana ni no baje kunga krobo odumase yamno ne omana mweniche ne omawo na ne tumno nyagbemi ole school bi ne aje Anglican basic school nge nwaso mami me hu ango kusim blonya tomi babao ke bagbe ni tumno nya ekomedo dipo ege first samnya hisin ne ohieme
waya bisane yo wisunyumu amba kwana nyumu ne eleke base ne nyumu peta ene tinenyenyenye tepe kibajome anwanyo tokono yo 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 oja ole mini sande awe chaja ole mini sande waya kai ne waya fiadoko waya kai ne waya fiadoko bene wa mane ya mifia wano bene wa mane ya mifia wano
bawe ajawe nana ike koya bawe ajawe nana ajawe chenwa ajawe nana ike koja nana ogbabi ngoye ao kai la 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 kai la 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 kai la 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 ongo
waya bisane yo wisunyumu amba kwana nyumu ne eleke base
ke wajele jon le wa macha amane bono ne nadmo munyutulo no kotoma ke ha lo wa manya popa no Madam Gladys Angmote na neki ebajepo nge Marego TV ne ke mambe me banani siemi ke ni kasemi nge blono ne amapo ahepie kone haomi kenya gban ekoba na me nge awiome ami munuome ne edio ekomejinane.
To prevent disaster, you create awareness on the risk. But when you know the risk, you wouldn't fall, disaster wouldn't happen. You will prevent it. You can only prevent disaster when you know the risk. And so our role is to create the awareness. Train the people to be able to help themselves, even in the community where NADMO is not around. They can help each other to prevent this disaster. When they see risk, they know and they prevent it. So this is our role.
Nanaki.
Mami. To prevent disaster,
ke wajele jon wa maya amane bo ekpan mi ne somenya akutunya jua ji juanwa ne ko oba somenya ene omana se mapeka be sai ji no ko oyale jon le bola alo domi ne ehijua ma eno atonya kan zoom lion bi ne sane abo ahemodi ko ne abamuo domino mengedua no abe ne bola container me trepe ahile ne sugban mi o trepe pe basa la de mambi me ke dua yeliome ahwe amanya bonono ke ajepo nge yilo kroba municipal assembly ka ayebua ke ha me ajaka eno epio ha omi kanya gba ke ha me ngedua no neneje sense alo no ne esano nuka wogugom di nene ngame ha wo ngedua no ka anani ke ni lo wichowi eno hejio en angope pam ke afon district assembly hem ka abomodi kone ayebua nga eno no assembly okpen ekwe abo ahemodi ne mehu ayajepo ngelejon awon machine wanwanwan ke aposi ne amuo ne di bola no metuepe ngelejon ne akayada ngehene sandra nokotoma yilo district assembly and Honorable Francis Ado Akumate lehu etumunyu ne etonya ka nitum no ne eyano kaje ka esube ne amawo zoom lion bi o mehion abi ama Jessica ne apuenge nitum no mion loko amahame ajaka anitum jino ne sane atun ne atunwe loheje ama Jessica ne apuenge tunitum no tuepe nge zoom lion bi o me asika mi eyano ne etonya hu ka ke oyajepo nge inkrakan juano ke klo agogo juano mehu haomi kanagbano no le engamena nge lejon lo amabo ayomodi kane aka so manya akutu na duano ogbenya amaje poga inkrakan ke agogo kone mehu aye boa ke ha mengele jo kone adua mano ne echo fale wamada amane bono no wamapo wa hepiti ko aba amane bono pietwepe mango kama ba hanye atami afidede.
Now we put them into the beaker and wait for a while. We can see the remaining solution is fully absorbed. When we place the beaker upside down, no solution comes out. Then we take out absorbent layers of the Chinese brand sanitary napkin and put them into the beaker. We can see that the materials enveloping the polymer absorbent layer has been completely dissolved and some solution is left unabsorbed. So after this test and comparison, you'll be able to tell which brand is the best. It is green word smell like sanitary napkin, isn't it? Sanitary napkin of poor absorption capacity makes you feel very uncomfortable and
mohe keba amanebo no ekohu iyamu kaye ka damwe amanebo ne wakabanye da so agbokwenmle ekpatwe ne ongeboyo ne kejika onga Marego TV la ne omahialo nga wa programs in layo oya Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube uletwepe wa programs in ko ne oya hie eko wamacha amanebo eno Ara hoko na nyumuko ke eyonge kojonya ke oba lowa manya pokpa eno nene eyano jika etano eke eyo achame elder tete ne eyo hu achale Madam Rebecca tete bene Marego TV yabjekpo nge lejon atonya kan nyumuo ke eyo aken sambo ngeme hawoye eno hejio ayahe petro ne akenge sambo megbe nge atuo emi hene beminia abiwayo le hu eyasu cylinder ka elane mahit nyu ne emadu kaya sukuo eno haomi ne ekebajika eme petro ne logika wio twepe esan papa ke eyuo anyewe ne ajekpo ngetum ne heni bemnya la esame eno ne mambime ne ange akasa nyame hu amafo ke balejon kan amaye ke bua ha me se la hewa wawe anyewe ne ayebua ke hame ate fire service Ghana National Fire Service biome kone abagbela eninya me hu aba ne abayeboa ne agbela sebenake gbionya anaka ete edati eke eyobeki anwo anya netoka awala ngmeme ge lejono ate Ghana Police biome nge Odumase College me hu aba abahie nene eyano ne ahwe from manoke ya Atua Government Hospital na amanya bomi no ne National Fire Service Commander nge so many fire station no atele Abubakari Musa etumunyu ke ha jekewe tuwe penge blonotom ne amagun kone kike oslanome ekona nuko waya kone waya bole tuwe munyu ne yakbenyange lejon.
Our men were dispatched to the scene, and then they came and then tried and then managed the situation. But unfortunately, the man and then the wife were trapped.
Nye emunyu tumesiole Madame Lucy ne lejon loko oslano eyano lehu ega Marego TV tumunyu ne egbape kechonwo nene eyano loko oslano bana Madame Becky eke ehuno elder tete.
Igbo pe achemike Lucy ije Benfita imini ba ji gas ke explode se no abani na ngakasa nya memunyu na tuji motu ano ne aweche ya he petrol eke sangbo ngachu ne kama sangbo megbem lo eke yuwo hanga chum na nge aga nga sami wo abinyumuyo na kalenge biom cylinder mo singa pocho no ne esu gas ne ma ne hit me lo bem ne su gas ne ma no hit me o ne gas ohun gachele ke petrol explode ka wo gas omne eme lo ni mi ba na ke ni banu yu ope jino ni ipo pe mechuo pagbo bi ona mechuo pagbo asan ne go na me po bi le kan ni no mlo lo nyumu lo yo jino agbo.
Our men were dispatched to the scene, and then they came and then tried and then managed the situation. But unfortunately, the man and then the wife were trapped in the incident.
Mauneke akra ne eya wokpo jano ne wekuli keswonli ababua ahenya hione akan emanya ka blonoto ne gbeno na ogun ne ekeba emanya ka apumelo akame yato awo he no kone ni ne hia ne apio metrepe adano ne akepele trepe lo ni ede no le awon edati eke he pielo Madam Rebecca ke yato awo mi he ne enyese trepe anye he modi boni baba wo ya jepo ngele jone akeme yafo assembly member ke ha kokpa no ngele jona chele honorable Ebenezer Kole agude le hu e ajepo ne ke wekuo yafo ne da enono ne eke mambime nanisien
eke aomi agbo ke aweho sunwo atuku ekawe jama community ono ke ekawe aweho sanu ko wa no ngele jon ne ya ka ke no ne hu kale sanu ko supply wa no emu ngele jon ya ne boja lo ebe kan le jon eke no die yo ni ne ba ke chano ngele jon ewo wa egbe ni wo wa aweho sanu se ne ma de ke chano jika wa bi han nyimi no me agbe no ma pe ya katwa wa maka se no go ke jin bene piane la sam keno ekoko bo wa no wa maka se ni ke jin lo ejo wa JCJ wa fon fire service bi me blo ya sipe no aba aga wa maka se ni ke ayo start wa kale fo me ni na mabo wa community o me akwa mba gbe ni ka se ni san bene piane wa ma ye blo no to no ma gu no wa ma gu la sam hiwa mi onya e wa po mo mi ni nge lo de yo ene ma de ke fiese gas telephone again fire is a good master but it can be a very bad master at the same time o wa pape la eji gas LPG ke petrol eyi o wa pape wa we ne yimi me ato he ke hawo ni tumi o akobla enyo ke tuni ne de kake
wenti amutumi abie mi se saa krofo no edan no o ma barikadi edan ni nyina windows no o ma barikadi ni nyina anu ti no o ma ntumi ampie ansana eja no eda omo etu fam enti mosi mu se eja so asia ade a eba no se wusie no edo so ewo dem ewo ho a nipa no eheli wusie no enti wusie no befo ebesi infama no ho kwan enti wusie no si infama no ho kwan a nipa no nipa no otumi gyina bio nti obeti ahye nti watahye ano no aja ya advice na ya ma ense se obi asime fie a obomodia se obarikabi afi no wakora na wajai window babu a omo barikabi no such a way say omo the padlock abetu ho anase besi ano it be ba they can open the padlock and get out of the building anuna ya betu aka achire omo a anase obi biara wose fie ana esaka ho say the bia ye free ansana ye be adumaja no afi so manya agbo okojo nya no na enukore sem no akomu so enye ana mo sa ye ramp ada speed ramp bebre awo kwan no so entino ya gofo no tumreka abedu ho no na umo maka wo edan no so no na eja na hye mu dada anka nye sa ya gofo no o betumi adue edan no ayemu afise ye wanyama bia ya fe no break into the betumi apai sabogra prove no anase doors no na ya yemu apie wanti amutumi apie ni se sa grofo no edan no o ma barikadi edan ni nyina windows no o ma barikadi ni nyina anu ti no o ma tumi ampie ansana eja no eda omo etu fam enti muslim se eja so ehia ade a eba no se wihye no edo
Nene engo munyu na kabafosinji Assistant Divisional Fire Officer ne achele Mr. Nathan Mensan Sosu lehu eda arehosane no nengo kawom ke ha mambime ke wekulia metuepe ke mahia aye no kone huose ko arehosane no eko bange nukono aka amane bo chepe maba nyagbe nge hiomno inyamo kaye ka ni ne ya no nge otie metuepe wa mabuanya ne da so hagbokwe mle ekpa wakale chepe maba ha mo nge dangbe amane bo mi ho eno mango oti alono dam no ekohu keba ha mo kejika piope ne opiawa he nge Facebook President John Dramani Mahama neji wa mano hielo ekeba fo Ghana bin ahem ka ehia wawe ka wamanle ka emokple no nge yo ka yo abomi alo nyumu kanyumu abomi no se emom no ka kene made Ghana bin chopejika chapilo ne ehia no anatri ne wango wadwen ka fo ni ne ehia wo me ano kekle Jano ne transport minister ne achele Joseph Bukari ni pele hu ekeba fosika amlalu angoblanya tonke baka amama airport ne makpakpan eteno neji sunyani wake bolgatanga kone eno ehane nitumi ne eyano ne ganama abane boni ka ba mo gbogwe no chuepe jino ne o eko jeno ka ko nge wa programs la ne o ma ya ko ya Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X hefia heko ne o type Marego TV o mo na wa no fia no ko ngale jon ne o ma hia be no nga hia yo ko no obomodi ne o like no ko gbenya hu ne o share ke hanje ke we chuepe ko no fia no ko ele ne enye no ya sina ne e ya ke ha technical team or news team o chuepe ka me wa ba emodi na boa amanya bononya keba hamine ikeba hamu executive producer, programs manager, cameraman ke newsroom or tuepe wa news editor no fiano kosina ne eya ke hame imi amanya bolo hu atemi afi didi